Okay, so the biggest story on Vlad TV right now is Drake and Pusha T.
Woo! Let me tell you something. I was just at Dave Chappelle's crib in Dayton, Ohio. I was at Dayton, Ohio, and I'm name dropping because I know Chappelle. Hey, Godfrey, I want you to hear something. You know, and I'm at his house, and he goes, have you heard Pusha T going at Drake? I said, no. And then I'm like, well, I like to hear that. I like to hear when other rappers call out these rappers now because everybody thinks they're that good. I'm not saying I hate Drake, but if you think that's the best, fine. I understand it's your era. That's cool. I'm proud of my era. You all know I represent Wu-Tang, DMX, you know, Kumo, DLL, Cool. That's me. When cats came at each other that all had skills. You feel me? So I hear the Pusha T, the first part, right? The first diss. I was like, word. And they were like, well, guess what? Drake responded 7 hours later. I said, of course he did. Because Pusha T baited his ass. I know he did. People were like, no. Why is Drake responding 7 hours later so quickly? Because somebody calling you out on your bullshit. That's how I felt. And Pusha T, you know, from the clips, his brother's Malice, who's now religious, he doesn't do that anymore. But their first two albums, the clips, they weren't fucking around. They came with that shit saying, yo, grinding, remember grinding? I was like, these dudes, they don't smile. They just, listen, his name's Pusha T. Okay? That sounds like a pimp that's gonna bitch slap you anyway. I'm just gonna let you know, everybody's like, who do you think's gonna win it? I really believe Pusha T is gonna body the shit out of him like Remy Ma bodied the shit out of Nicki Minaj. Remy Ma, and I gotta give credit to Remy Ma because Remy Ma started this ball rolling, I'm telling you. Pusha T came back. Did you hear the comeback?
Yep.
Shit. Killing him. I'm sorry, he's killing him. And if Drake comes back again, I know he's ready for him already. I think he blew his load. I think Drake blew his load. That's what I personally think. But Drake is trying to get street credit because he knows he's from Canada. Listen, he's from Canada. I do a lot of comedy in Canada. They're not as hard as you think. Have you met Canadian black people are like the diet version of American black people. They're like the low-calorie version. Have you met them? They're very nice. Even when they try to be hard, they be like, yo, fuck that shit, A. They go A at the end. They go, fuck that, A. A? What are you, a sailor? Get the fuck. See, you know what I'm saying? Literally, the thugs in America, even though we're on the same continent, we're all North Americans, when you cross that border, it changes. A lot of those dudes from like Toronto, they're Caribbean and African and Guyanese, and it's not the same. And Drake is half Jewish. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. He has a bar mitzvah on YouTube. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila. What is that, velvet? Aha. I'm just saying, son. He's not a hard dude. There's nothing wrong with that. He's a nerd from Toronto. He's middle class. He was Wheelchair Jimmy. Remember Wheelchair Jimmy and what is it?
Degrassi.
Was it Degrassi? You can see his pictures. So Pusha T doesn't come from that. You see? Pusha T has always been that same serious dude, lyrically fucking skilled. And I'm telling you, Drake's comeback, Drake's talking about his numbers. And it ain't about that shit. If somebody's calling you out and you're a popular dude, it's about something else. They're like, you're fucking up the hip-hop game, partner, with that bullshit. And so I'm going to be that dude on the side going, it's time to call you the fuck out. My thing is, what's happening to Drake is like, this dude is challenging my ilk. He's challenging he thinks I'm whack. And Drake's going to be like, I got numbers. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about your numbers. You corny, dude. You're a cornball. He called him Steve Harvey suit nigga. What? Oh my God! First of all, he just dissed Steve Harvey. He's like, you a sellout and Steve is, but he just dissed Steve Harvey. And you know Steve Harvey's like, hell no. Do you see it? I can't believe this nigga. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know how Steve Harvey does when he looks at it, he's like, now, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. I don't mind people talking about me, but I don't like it. You know, Family Feud, survey said. You know what I mean? Name the top 5 rappers that are whack as hell. He called him, he said, you're not black enough because your afro didn't nap enough. Wow. Because Drake went after Pusha T's fiance, right? Went after his fiance. He goes, that's cool. But he said, your daddy wasn't there. It was over, man. This is what's happening. Pusha T is bringing Drake to the center of the ring, and he's going to show him his hand speed like Mayweather. You feel me? You know how Mayweather goes against the rope and shows you his defense? He goes, wait till we get to the center of the ring. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first person. I'll come back to this show and go like this. Yo, I was wrong, man. Drake kind of like body. But I really believe that it's going to be a beatdown. I think Pusha T is going to beat him down. And you know what? And it's not about me being biased because I'm dark-skinned, okay? It's not dark-skinned versus light-skinned. I'm about black people coming together. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to say the Chocolate Brothers are coming after you, all right? All of you, go Cavs. Fuck the bullshit. I'm not trying to say that just because I'm a chocolate brother, Pusha T is also chocolate brother, and I know he's Drake is a light-skinned motherfucker, but I'm saying they're all brothers. It's Canada versus America. That's what it is. Even though we're North Americans, I have to go for the chocolate brother. I know, all you light-skinned motherfuckers out there. I know it's not light skin versus dark skin. I'm just saying it's skill versus skill. And I think Pusha T he was just at the edge when hip hop, right before hip hop lost its thing. And we got some monsters out there. There's some young, like you got Kendrick, you got J. Cole. I can imagine J. Cole, woo! J. Cole is on one, you know what I mean? With his False Prophets rap. This is what's going on. I think there's a movement of real hip-hop slowly coming back. All that mumbling shit, motherfuckers is tired of that shit. Look at, Remy Ma had Nicki Minaj mumbling. Had her going, yeah, doing cartoon noises. And Remy Ma's like, bitch, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And I'm not condoning, and Nicki Minaj, I don't know Nicki Minaj, I don't hate Nicki Minaj, but as far as the art form, there's nothing wrong with challenging people. And I think Pusha T is about to give him the beatdown of his life. He is about to shake that motherfucker up, man. And I'm happy. I'm happy as hell, man.
Okay, well, everyone's kind of agreeing with you these days. The Pusha T response, the story of Adidon was hard, and everyone's fucking with it right now. But to be honest, when Drake dropped his record, everyone was fucking with Drake. It was like the same type of memes you're seeing now. People were doing memes about Pusha and Kanye.
It was a good comeback. I listened to it. I said, cool. But I'm like this. I kept telling people, I said, listen, he's baiting him. He wants him to come. Listen, if I tap you on the shoulder and I hit you in the face, I'm like, obviously, I got some skills. I go, I want you to fight me. He bothered him. He tapped him. It's like, hi, hey, you're whack. I just want to let you know you're whack. You understand where I'm coming from? He baited him. And then his next comeback was, oh, man. I want to see what Drake does with that one because he only did a 3-minute joint and killed him on that shit. You ain't black enough because your hair didn't nap enough? Oh! Challenging his blackness. And you saw Drake on the basketball court almost get his ass whooped by that cat. Did you see that? Because Drake is sitting up there coaching basketball. Have you seen that where Drake's talking to ball players? You're working too hard. What are you doing? Sit down. He's like this. Yo, what is Drake saying to a professional basketball player? He's like, is it just me? Is it just me? Score that basket. What the fuck? Shut up. If I was a ball player, I'd be like, yo, sit your motherfucking ass down. You know what I mean? So Drake is like, and this is my theory of what I watch for Drake. Drake might be a nice guy, I don't know. But you don't need to be talking about, you're working too hard to be hip, dude. We see it. And Pusha T's back there like this. Yeah, man, let's get this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's take this motherfucker out. I'm getting tired. You make my ass itch, partner. You make my booty itch, man. And I was one of those guys that I was like, Drake makes good, I call him urban contemporary. He sing talks. He goes like, he does that, whatever that shit is. What the fuck is that called? That sounds like the shit I used to do when I used to tease my sister. My sister would be like, shut up. He's like, yeah. That's what he's doing for rap. You heard what DMX said on The Breakfast Club. You know DMX, that clip of DMX going, they said, what do you think about Drake? Goes, I don't like him. I don't like his face. If it was 7 years ago, if I would have seen him in the elevator, you know what would have happened? He didn't bark, but he said, I don't like his face. I don't like Drake. I told you. That's my best DMX. But you know what I'm saying? So this is not, and it's not about a hating thing. It's just a feel. My thing about Pusha T is it's the atmosphere that Pusha T is bringing. Have you noticed how Pusha T, you know how Pusha T rhymes? Pusha T doesn't go really fast. He's very slow with it. He's just very like, he makes sure, it's like when Nas did, and of course Jay-Z is a giant, Nas is a giant, but remember Ether, the beat was really slow. You remember he said that Ether, that shit that makes your soul burn slow. He made sure the beat was just slow, so I'm gonna make sure you hear what I'm saying. I'm not gonna do tricks, I'm not trying to go fast, and that's why when Remy Ma used Sheetha, it was the same thing. I want this to hit you. I want to let you know, bitch, shut the fuck up. I don't care about your numbers. And Nicki did the same thing. I'm selling. I don't give a fuck. We know you're selling. You're whack though. How about that? And you know deep down, nobody wants to be, that's like a comedian coming up to me and saying, man, you a joke thief, dog. I'd be like, that hurts my character. I'd be like, fucker, I ain't no joke. I'm original. Even if I'm original and it ain't funny to you, I just know I'm original. I have my own lane. When that's like an insult. You feel me? That's like saying you ain't a real whatever. Like if you were a DJ, someone said you ain't a real DJ, motherfucker. You'd be like, yo, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Vlad, you were a good DJ, weren't you?
That was incredible.
You were like this. Hey guys, ready to play some music? All right.
Well, actually, to be honest, I was actually known as a mixtape DJ.
Were you a mixtape DJ? So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not fucking with me on the mixtape side. Okay, I won a lot of awards. Won a lot of awards for that. But I see what you're saying.
But you see how the pride in it. You said no one's fucking with me on the mixtape. You see, Vlad just said no one's fucking with me on the mixtape. I'm just saying. All right. Anyway, but nobody see. But you see what I'm saying? Integrity wise, internally, you're like, you cannot fuck with me on the mixtape. I'm letting you know. You want to come at me? It's the same thing in our art form, in our craft. Rap, hip-hop is a craft, man. I don't care what anybody says. It's a lifestyle. It's a craft. When you DJ, it's a craft. Comedians is a craft. Dancers is a craft. And when someone calls you out, you're fucking up the craft. I don't care who you are. Your ego and your pride, you're like, whoa. That's what Pusha T is getting at, is pride, man. It's not about the numbers. It's about the pride. And that's why Drake came out right away and said, man, fuck that shit. Give me my crayon.
So what do you think is up with the whole blackface thing? And he's wearing a Jim Crow shirt.
I think that the black.
It's a real photo. It's not Photoshop or nothing else like that.
He brings out a photo of him wearing blackface, but he used it against. I think that was probably a picture he was using to make a statement. Drake was, but what's fucked up is Pusha T used it to show him what he is and what he's doing to hip hop, giving it blackface and a coon type of feel. So his picture backfired on him. You know what I mean? You know how when politicians campaign for like the presidency or whatever, all of a sudden people's dirt They start pulling shit out from the past that people did. You go, damn, I forgot I did that. He literally did some political shit. He said, I'm gonna pull out this picture that you wore a blackface, and it's gonna match what my diss is. So now that picture looks like he did that to Drake. You see what I'm saying? Even though Drake did that probably to make a statement about like racism and all this shit, that shit just backfired on him. So now Drake looks like an idiot doing this. Mammy! Basically, he's saying you're a fucking coon. You are a coon, and you are the problem to hip-hop. Hip-hop has no messages anymore. You're a coon to what we've been trying to do. You fucking it up. That was kind of brilliant. It's kind of brilliant. And I'm not trying to, you remember De Niro in Goodfellas? Well, just a little bit. He kind of got you, just a little bit. You're kind of a coon. You're kind of a coon. I'm not trying to be mean, but he kind of got you, disrespected you just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you know what was interesting is that right when Drake dropped the Duppy Freestyle?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Is it Dopey? It's Duppy.
Duppy, yeah, because Bob Marley had a song called Duppy Conqueror.
Okay.
It's Duppy means a ghost, I think.
Duppy means a ghost? Is it patois?
It's like an evil spirit.
Oh, wow.
Something like that. If he's talking about the same thing, but with Drake fucking with a lot of Jamaican music, I bet you that's what it is. Yeah, I looked it up because Duppy Conqueror was like a dope-ass Bob Marley song. I looked at the meaning behind it.
And my thing is, you're talking about Bob Marley, who wasn't a sellout, first off. And what people misconstrue Bob Marley's messages. Because you know what's funny is so many white people love Bob Marley. They're always like, no woman, no cry. Do, 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 do. Every time I have to have some drunk white dude going, Exodus, movement of the people. I'm like, they're not talking about your people, bro. Bob Marley didn't make this music for some white dude to stand on a bar going, no woman, no cry. I love that song, man. I'm like, Bob Marley was about freedom of black people, of African, Caribbean, African diaspora. Even though Bob Marley was half white, he was a half white guy. You know what I mean? But of course, we know what he is. But Bob Marley was about freedom of black people. He always had messages in his music. Ziggy Marley, his children, he was all about messages about Africa, African pride, Caribbean pride. And, so for Drake to fuck with a Bob Marley like that, man, you got to do better than that, partner. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because Bob Marley never strayed from his message. Never strayed from his message. And my thing is I'm not mad at Drake. Man, you singing songs for the ladies and shit. That's cool, man. Nothing wrong with that. That's your business. But when it comes to the rap game, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And someone calls you out. Now we're going to see. You know what I mean?
What was interesting about Drake's diss record, right when it dropped, a whole bunch of people started tagging me in it because the lines that he said about no malice and your cousin was the man, you went off to the military, whatever. Those lines directly came from our No Malice interview.
When we came here from New York, we had two cousins here that basically had this housing project sewn up called Bridal Creek. And these guys, they grew like freakishly big at a young age, and nobody would ever mess with them, So it was very easy for me to go out because my cousins ran everything. At first they wouldn't even let me get down with anything that was going on. But, after a while you learn the ropes, hanging out, everybody knowing you and knowing not to mess with you. So it was, kind of easy. Okay.
So you started hustling and making money at 15.
Right.
At what point did your brother start getting involved in it also?
Well, you have to know, okay, so then right out of high school, I joined the Army. And when I would come back from the Army, all my friends out there would tell me that, my younger brother Terrence, he was out there a lot. And, telling me, what he was doing. And he was running with the guys that I was running with when I left, except for I had gotten married and went and joined the Army. So it's the same thing with him. Everybody knew my cousins. They knew me. That's Terrence. You don't mess with him. And he loved money so much anyway. So that kind of explains how that came about.
So Drake had to do some homework.
Oh, yeah.
And for Drake to watch your show, hey, numbers.
Oh yeah, no, we did. Yeah, we did a flashback on it. And it's got like 500,000 views. Like
what?
It was.
That's
yeah, no, I mean
hilarious.
it came directly from it. No, I mean yeah, Drake watches Vlad TV. I've had conversations with Drake about
and I'm
Vlad
sure
TV.
he probably see this one and go, man, who is that guy? Is it Godfrey? Is it Godfrey? Is it Godfrey? And and like I said, I don't know the guy. He's probably a good dude, but I'm from the school of rap battles. I'm from the school of when I would see live dudes going back and forth at each other. I'm from that school, so it's not even a hate against, it's just a lesson taught. Some of these cats need to be spanked and sent to their fucking room, dude. And Pusha T is going to give him the business toe-to-toe. I'm telling you, he's already ready. He's like, your turn. Your turn. Come on. Your turn. He's pretty much LeBron James. Get that bullshit out of here. Not my house. Remember Mutombo? No one tries to do things in house of Mutombo. Never try to go up for shot. Remember Mutombo was the scariest African ever. I believe time to hit you. Whew. I've never, even Africans were like, Mutombo, you're very scary. Why are you talking like that? You shut up. I kill your shot. Never do that. Ha, ha, ha. Whoa. Huh, Mutombo? I thought Mutombo was bullshit. I ain't never heard an African like that.